Good evening, everybody. I don't know if the cast can you see me when we're in that mode of putting on the sound, or do you
No.
just see yourself?
Nope. Just
So
yourself,
I'm
yeah.
the only one watching 3 or 4 different people dance. So for those of you at home who didn't know, Joel looked like he was doing something a 14-year-old boy might do if he was gifted. He was going. I mean, I don't know what the hell it came
I have no
from.
idea what you're talking about right now.
I refute that. I did not do that. You were dabbing.
I will not be judged.
I asked 3 weeks ago if
Right.
you can see us when we're doing that.
Right, and I said no.
I feel very old. What is dabbing?
It's like you can't see my arms because of the
Virtual
background, but like you do
It
like
looks like
that.
you're slamming your head into the desk.
Pretty much.
Oh my
All
god!
right. Well, welcome back to
You
Kleiner's
can see
Kravenarium.
me.
I could, yes.
I
Welcome
hate
back
that.
to Kleiner's Kravenarium. I'm Raz. These are the players. Just want to say hello to them real quick. Chris, how are you this evening?
Awesome. How are you?
Not too bad. And Betty, yourself doing well?
Doing good. Doing
How's
good.
your power cable?
It's
should've brought that up.
charging.
No, you
Yeah,
shouldn't.
Chris should have brought his power cable too. I'm glad you have yours, Betty.
I'll remember that.
Yeah, of course. I'll remember that at Origins. And then playing Mercy Clark is Lauren. How are you tonight, Lauren?
Just fabulous.
All right. And finally, longtime Bardic College player, Joel. Joel, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm raging like a teenager.
I don't know. That was it.
It's like a
Well, I was
crunch.
trying to like put my arms because I figured you could see me, but if you go to the right, you
Right.
can't see anything. So I was doing it in the center.
Gotcha. You look like you were listening to Helmet or something.
I was tribal.
Like-
I was tribal
What?
dancing to the entrance music.
Nice. Oh, there was a band called Helmet. They were like a German.
Oh, they were a good
Mm.
band. Helmet. Yeah, I like them.
See, that was he liked Helmet. I wasn't a big fan.
Yeah.
All right.
90s.
So for all you viewers who are out there and are joining the show, we want to welcome you. If this is the first time, stop, go all the way back. It's not that many episodes. It's not like you jumped in at Cairo at like 78 and went, oh my God, what am I doing? There's chapters. They're going to be 7, 8, 9 episodes, and then we're going to jump to another one. So you have all the time in the world. Just head back to the beginning of chapter 1, The Drowned, and get started. The other thing is join the Patreon, and we'll give you all that information at the end. And what we're going to do is for our patron members, we're not going to include the music. So if you really don't want to have that 50 seconds of this, then just join the Patreon, and I'll actually edit out the music. I'm not going to do that.
So then Joel will just sit there and just do this with no music.
It'll just be 45 seconds of Joel.
Just dead air.
Just
Come
For a
join the
donation of
Patreon anyway.
$25, Joe will dance for 35 minutes.
I'm in. Put me down.
Grinding
Put me down for a
to the
brace.
music of your choice.
Yeah.
Barry Manilow's Mandy the entire time on loop. So when we last left the team, they had just got done speaking to Bit, who is not Nettie. Bit is an old woman. She is 71. It's from what everyone's been talking about, and they've learned. She used to be a school teacher for a while. She is Mavis's mother. Mavis is one of the owners of the Bexford Arms. The team found out a bunch of stuff, including that Bit has the site. Bit can
It's great.
Yeah, Bit also right. Bit has the site, but that also makes it that many people don't always believe what the hell Bit's saying because she tends to just blurt it out. Like, oh, you had a raven shit on your head. What? No, lady, stop. And then a raven shits on their head. So yeah, Bit is she's been around a long time. She sees things that other people may not be able to see. But she also gave them quite a lot of information about Kiva. The only thing she doesn't know is the exact nature of the ritual. The team came up with some answers, it seemed, with some good rolls, that perhaps a baptism in the river would kind of co-join celebrations, right? It would bring modern to past and past to modern, as opposed to taking the water away from Kiva and using it in a separate ceremony. So they're on to some sort of a lead here, but we are getting later in the afternoon. It's probably about 2:30 now. And they've had their tea, their crimpets. They've been they've done their thing. And Steiner is performing tonight. So team, you probably have about another hour and a half before you guys have to start getting back. Is there something else you wanted to pursue?
I think we've got quite a bit.
Okay.
We would know that we will see Pastor Wright later tonight.
Amelia is going to be, she's going to do one of those I really want to go. I really want to go. I really want to go.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
want Easter egg type things until he finally says okay.
Mercy
Okay.
is gonna. Oh, sorry, Chris. Did I cut you off?
No, you're fine. No, absolutely. Go.
We all have like a couple of tickets that we want to
Pass out.
like pass out.
Mhm.
As everybody's like kind of getting up and like getting ready to leave, Mercy hands a ticket to Bit and goes, I know that with the commotion last night and your daughter, you didn't get to see the end of the performance. Here's a ticket for this evening. Would Mavis like another one? I'd like you to come and see the rest of the show, and maybe we could speak further.
Oh. I don't need my daughter to walk around town. I can make my way there on my own. I'll just let her know I'm going, and then she can circle around after when
Good.
the pub closes and bring me home.
Excellent. Didn't think you needed her, but I figured I'd offer as a gesture because she missed the end of it as well. So I look forward to speaking with you more this evening.
Thank you. I'll look forward to it as well,
Oh, you're kind.
Lady Clark.
I don't even like Mercy's like, I don't even think I said my last name. What the hell?
I hate Shipping Norton.
No, I will not be another Catherine. I am
I
open.
didn't say you hated everyone in Shipping Norton. I said you
Okay.
didn't like Shipping Norton.
Okay.
I mean,
I
doesn't
will
mean you
not
hate everybody
be-
in it.
Another like negative Nancy. I am just wow. This is
Okay.
great. This woman right here. Okay, so
She's a book that's been opened forcibly.
yeah. Let's go back to the circus, maybe.
All right,
unless other
maybe
people
I
have
don't know.
something to say.
Cyrus, is there anything else you wanted to do?
No, I was thinking about it, but I don't think now's the time. I wanted to sort of get the minister alone and see if I could possibly intimidate him into talking to me about what his fear of the tombstone is over, which is quite obvious what it is. But I don't think this is the time. It might be better if it even happens to corner him at the circus or something like that.
Okay. Chris, did you have anything with Steiner?
Nope.
Okay, so everyone's pretty much in a place where they feel comfortable. Yeah, if you guys give out tickets on the way out, some people, again, the reaction from the people in town overall, I'm going to say about 20% were probably put the fear in them. Others think it was part of the show. Now, you did end up Yesenia ended up talking about the fact that you had one of your own kind missing. The conversation with Jacob Mosley about a week and a half ago, or when we did that conversation, was normally that the carnies take care of themselves and they don't like that information getting out. Now, the good news is you didn't tell it to Amelia, so it won't be out there in the next 45 minutes. But by the time the circus kicks off tonight, the locals it'll be spreading around pretty quick because you told a tavern person, someone in the tavern, right? So, yeah, that might change things a little bit on how people, now it's a mystery, right? Now people are like, oh my God, someone's missing. I'm going to roll to see how long it takes for the peelers, as we like to call them in England, the police to find out. They may end up starting to have questions. So I'm not saying I did anything wrong. It's just, one of the things that Mosley had said was we really got to find her on our own. We don't want to get them involved because whenever there's a problem with the carnies, cops get heavy and they don't like it. So,
well, it also makes sense too because she's a kid, so kids don't necessarily pay attention all the time. So you know what I mean. She would have heard part of it, but not the other part of it. Kids can be Yesenia. Isn't Yesenia like young?
She's a young woman.
Yeah. I'm very, very like 20-ish.
Yeah. So
I'm not saying, again, nothing wrong. It just changes the outline of, now people are going to start knowing that
she's very concerned about Sophie. They were close.
She should be.
Yeah, but there's
be.
also the car crash factor. Like the other side of the expressway shuts down because everybody's gawking over.
Absolutely.
So it pulls the crowd into us.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Rubbernecking delays.
Bring me people.
Bringing me peoples. What about the peoples? Yep. So you make it back to the circus perimeter itself. The clowns, everyone, they're set up. You have some of the festival games are up and running. They're getting ready for tonight. They're setting the balloons up with all the little prize tags in it to win this or that stupid thing, a Cupid doll, whatever. I don't know if Cupids were invented in 1865, something similar. But that's out there. You have the strong man with the mallet. He's got the stand up with the bell, so you guys can come up and impress their women, or women come up and really impress their men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feminism.
Probably a Punch and Judy.
Someone's punching Judy. You're right. She's been a real pain in the ass all day.
Jesus God.
I really don't like those kind of.
Would like to apologize formally to Judy. Any Judy out there who might have been punched?
Instead of punch buggies, punch Judy's. That would be really tiring after a while if you're the only one getting hit.
Punch Judy, drink. Punch Judy, drink. That's just wrong.
Wow.
That's inappropriate. All right. So Steinar, who normally helps you with your act? You have the clowns help you, correct?
Yes, we have the
All right.
clowns. And just to be clear, there's always a ritual I go through. I don't like being under the big tent, so I'm going to have it out with Jacob a little bit. I know he put me on the schedule. I'm going to do it, but I'm going to complain about it. I'm going to whine about it.
You're the headliner, but you don't have to be in the tent. You're just a headliner. So if you want people out in the field, that's fine.
No, I can do it. I want to do it under the tent. But I just don't like having that much of a spotlight on me. There we go.
Got it. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Not a fan of that.
All right.
But
and what?
Sorry, go ahead.
It's all you. No, what I was going to say. Tell us a little bit about the act. Yep.
Absolutely. So the clowns themselves, they're all going to hold these old dinged up metal targets. Okay. And we're going to go around. To be very clear, I always shoot blanks. Always shoot blanks. Right. So no matter what I shoot, I'm shooting blanks. But we move around. The music's playing. And I do increasingly more difficult shots as the clowns move about, holding the targets for me, right? So it's a little choreographed show, right? And then I sort of line up the harder shots, which they start with a couple of bottles, and I hit the center one, and the bottle falls, right, and falls on top of the other one. They're perfectly balanced. The intent is to get everybody riled up, so I do my final shot, not only blind, but over the shoulder. And that's when I use my lucky charm, make that shot count.
All right. So the only shots you have to make are, so you're not using 2 lucks for the day. You're going to try to make the one on its own with the bottle fall, right?
Correct.
And then, but the sacred shot, we'll call it, right? The one that is absolutely necessary to make is this blind over the shoulder. Okay.
Blind over the shoulder.
So so what do you have? You have someone, it's part of a gaff. It sounds like with shooting the blanks, right? So you have someone making like ding noises off the metal, like the targets, like ding, and then a clown kind of throws it out of his hand and goes, oh, that kind of thing.
Exactly. So they can play it up, right?
Yeah.
My skill is what's on display. I'm not the showman that they are. So they can dress it up. There's music. It's enjoyable. It's a little thrilling, all at the same time.
Okay.
Oh.
Very cool. All right. And none of the other cast members, not Cyrus, especially probably not Mercy.
No.
Well, I mean, only because you're holding the target up facing the wrong way. Mercy, dear, I can't hit that because you spin. You're sitting on it, sweetheart.
Actually, that would be crazy. Like, no, like at some point, doesn't have to be tonight, but at some point, like, give Mercy a target. Just go, hun.
Saves in the blindfold.
Right.
That's right.
There you go. I don't think. I don't think it's the person holding the target that needs to be blindfolded to make it a great shot. I think it's the shooter, but that's fine too. It's how we do it. We're good.
I don't know. It's just like,
having Mercy with a target in her hand would freak people out because again, she's a young girl blind. She's holding up this target near her face, and then boing, goes away.
Yeah.
Whatever. But we can work that in. But for tonight, we have the clowns doing it. They're going to play it up.
Clowns.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone else, you're back at the circus. By the time you walk there, it's about 3:00. Everyone's starting to put their makeup on, getting things ready. Of course, the clowns are chain smoking because they're all depressed and really not happy with what they have to do. Again, it's, clowns are those kind of like those people, just like a lot of comedians, right? I mean, you're always trying to make everyone else laugh and entertaining, but yet inside it's like a lot of work and it's exhausting and it's draining. But it's their life, right? It's what they do. The one who Jim sees you approach Steinar and he's like, "You're on tonight, yeah?"
Yeah. It's the big one tonight. You ready?
Oh yeah. I mean, I can hold a target like nobody's business. So he says, "How many shots before the bottle drop? How many were you planning on doing, Steinar? 5, 7? What are you thinking tonight? Drag it out a little, or
Let's drag it out a little, especially considering what happened the prior night. So let's extend this out. Tell the guys we'll do 2 cycles, right? So we'll do a total of 10 shots, right?
10 shots, right?
10
All right,
shots.
and starting close and further away, or just varying degrees, having them run in and out whenever you. Yeah, okay, gotcha. All right, mate. We'll be ready for you. We're all set.
Mm-hmm.
So he's passing out the it looks like a bullseye plate, right? But it's metal. It's all dinged up and hammered. It's
dinged up.
It's patinaed. You've shot it a bunch of times just to make it look good, and it's on a wooden stick.
Exactly.
They've got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
What are the rest of you? Are you working the crowds tonight? Are you moving around? Yesenia, are you setting one of the puppets off to do something tonight and that you're looking for? Is there anybody else doing something during the performance?
I don't have anything going on during the performance, so I may send my puppets off to keep an eye on the backstage, because I'm still really nervous about everything that went down with Sophie.
Okay.
So I'm worried about Steiner's show. So my puppets are a lot less intrusive than I am. So I think I'm going to kind of set them up like on the corners of the stage, and then I'm going to crawl underneath of the stage where it's nice and safe and secure and nobody can find me.
Right. Which one are you animating? Because you can only do one at a time, I think we talked about, right?
Yep. I can only do one at a time. So it's gonna be, let's see who we're gonna bring. We're gonna bring
Bring the billy goat.
I am gonna bring the billy goat.
I love the billy goat.
It's gonna be Willie. So yeah, Willie's gonna come alive tonight.
Willie's gonna come alive.
Willie.
He is the most frightening. That is
Yes.
Whoever gave that toy to a child should have been incarcerated on the spot. Like that should have been just like, Uncle Tim. No, you take that home.
You know what Yesenia needs for Yule? Goatman puppet.
Right.
Goatman.
She needs Goatman. This is.
It's very
There's
bad.
nothing better than she needs to go. Yes, very bad. Very bad.
Bad.
All right. And Cyrus, are you going to be just in the mocking up the audience? You'll be working the crowd outside. What?
So Cyrus is gonna work as a barker, going up and down the midway in front of the tent with the old. It would be the old. What do you call those things?
Bullhorn, megaphone.
Bullhorn, yeah, an old bullhorn, shooting the whip into the air. Crying for people to come see Steiner, the man that never misses. Basically, walking up and down the midway, scaring the hell out of people, but trying to turn them to a show.
Gotcha. All right. And what about you, Mercy? Where do you want to be positioned, and what are you trying to do?
Again, due to what happened at Sophie's last performance, I want to be like first or second row in Steiner's in Steiner's audience.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I basically invited Bit to come talk to me, so I want to make myself available like for her so she can come talk, so she can come and see me.
Right.
Also, the more people that I'm around and the more I'm absorbing from the locals, my show, which will be coming up, will be better.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yes.
Your best chance of doing so you have 2 sets of this. You can sit among the audience, or you can deep dive with Amelia. Now, you've already spent some time with her.
Yes.
So you've already got a little bit of dirt on a lot of people. But if you
Mhm.
want to get a lot of dirt on everybody, hang out with the pastor's wife for the rest of the show for the show tonight. If you're looking for
That's
Bit,
a
another,
great idea. Bit
well,
can.
but, go ahead.
Oh, is it one of the other type sitch?
Correct.
Okay, I can always go see Bit. I invited her, but
So wait, you made the 71-year-old woman walk across town.
Hello.
When is
Park-
Sunday?
Park
What
her
day?
ass.
Wait a
Park her
minute.
ass on the bench, on the bleacher.
Wait a minute.
And you're gonna dump her and go talk to the pastor's wife. Good.
What day
Well,
is it? Like a day of the
Thursday.
week? Did we determine that?
Thursday, April 30th.
It's Thursday. Okay. So, in that case, but my show. I'm going to go. Tomorrow's Friday. I'm going to go and have tea with the pastor's wife on Friday.
Mhm.
And
Look
I'm
at
going
your
to
social calendar. Yeah.
No, cuz my show's either going to be Friday or Saturday.
I was thinking Saturday night.
Okay. So I'll have time.
Mhm.
And Friday tea with Amelia.
Mhm.
And I'm going to make myself available to Bit so I can talk to her about this dark spectral thingamajig that
Okay.
took our friend.
Alrighty. All right, so let's start with. So the midway's going fine. Cyrus, why don't you go ahead and make a roll for me, because we'll do Steinar last as the performance goes off here in a second.
Okay, what do we need to roll for?
We're going to have to do something about how to get people on it. So we're looking for either manipulation or inspiration. Well, you're probably manipulating, because inspiration.
Yeah, it's probably manipulating because of the whip and all that. It's
Yeah,
not, he's
do
not really doing
manipulate.
it.
And empathy roll for me and see. And the more successes you get, the more people you get inside. One success will be 10. 2 successes will be like 40. I mean, you're just you're really building up the stress, which is good because you're trying to make them excited for the show tonight.
2 successes.
All right. So yeah, you're able to put another 40 or 50 bums in seats, Letty. Bums in seats. So you're able to do that with no problem. You get that going.
Good.
All right. Why don't we let's see. I'm gonna draw a card. So the highest number will go first. I'm gonna draw for Yesenia just to see what she gets. And I dropped a card. So Yesenia got a 7 and Mercy got an 8. So Mercy, do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Okay. So Yesenia, it's up to you. So Steiner is getting all set up. There's other acts out there. The poodle act is out, but there's one dog that's missing. Not because it's been no, the dog's not dead. He just doesn't want to put Fifi back in tonight. It's very, very important she gets rest.
She's dead in the practice field.
She was
Just
just
a
Fifi,
diva
no.
when He hasn't gotten enough rest.
yeah. She's just
Very concerned about these poodles.
yeah. The Belgian trainer was like, she's just not ready to go on tonight. I'm sorry, but Fifi has to take a rest. So he's got her little sequins collar, in his pocket. He's just hoping she's fine. She's just trying to recoup.
Oh my god.
Yesenia, where did you set Willie up?
So I set Willie up. If I'm looking at the stage, it would be towards, he is on the left side of the stage.
Okay.
So imagining the stage kind of sits towards the back of the tent wall, flush with the tent wall, right?
Yep.
From my understanding. So he is close enough that he can scamper outside of the tent.
Okay.
Or he can scamper around the edge of the tent.
All right. And what's he looking? Is he keeping an eye on Sophie's belongings? Is he moving just kind of hither and thither? What's his overall goal?
He is looking for anybody who is not paying attention to the circus. So we're all here in an audience watching.
Yeah.
He is looking for people who are watching
Okay.
things that aren't on, the performance. So somebody watching someone else, things like that, and then he's going to eavesdrop.
All right. So go ahead and make a roll. The merry-go-round is still on. So young children probably are just not going to sit through a full performance of something like this.
Right.
So you do have some people milling about, like at the cotton candy. They have a big dunking tank for apples where you can bob for apples for the kids. So there's other things set up. But he's looking for like adults and things not attending, right?
Correct.
So go ahead and make a roll for me, and let's see what we get. And we're doing again. We're doing, folks. That Vaesen is built with very few skills. It's literally 2, 4, 6. I think it's 12. 12 skills and 4 attributes. So really, we rely on the same things over and over again. Because it's more of a storytelling, and we want to keep it that's the way Vaesen sets up. So you're going to hear us perpetually use the same skills. Unlike Call of Cthulhu, where you've got like 40 skills, this has basically 12. So go ahead and roll me an observation, please, Yesenia.
All right.
Thank you.
So that is going to be empathy and observation. So that's going to be a 7.
All righty.
And that is going to be 1 success.
All right. So Willie gets bonuses because of his vision. He's a goat. He's animal instinct and trained, so he gets a little bit of a bonus for that, which is good. He's definitely moving around, and he stops, and he's kind of like looking, and you can feel your pulse begin to race a little bit. All right, and he's like, and you see him bounce. And then you see him take off again, and he's moving really quick. So it's almost done like they call it not jiggle cam, but that when things move super fast and then stop, and then they look around, and they take off again, almost like a mouse moving. Right? It's moving really, really quick. So you think it's a blur, and then your eyes focus as he focuses, and you look around, and he's outside of the geek tent. Okay. And he's looking around, and he's like, and he goes in, and you see 4 or 5 men, regular carny men, taking Barbaletto out, and they're bringing him outside of the tent, but he's bound up. All right. And they're taking him out. And Willie's like looking around. Give me a stealth roll. And again, he's very small, so more than likely he will not get seen, but
okay.
And again, I don't know how many dice do you get for stealth and
So stealth is under precision.
Yep.
So I have no points in stealth, but I do have 4 in precision.
So
however,
add 2.
I have 2 in marionette.
That's right. So
yeah.
Yep.
Which, to explain to the audience, because we are so limited on skills and each one of our powers is unique, we did have to tweak it and add a marionette skill so that the marionettes have an ability to move.
Yep. Excellent.
Holy moly. Okay. So I have 3 6s.
Woo!
Perfect. All right. So not only is he not seen, you're picking up audible sounds as well.
Okay.
And they're like, we got to clean out the cages. It's time. So now Willie, you feel he's calming down. So he must have saw people heading into the geek tent. There's nobody around it right now. Normally this time Barbaletto's cage would be, he'd be settled. But they're cleaning it out. So the men are taking advantage of the chaos of the carnival going off and the show to kind of take care of things. So they bring Barbaletto out back, and whatever they've given him, he seems very very groggy, stumbling. But you see all that take place. But once you hear they're cleaning out the cages and they're getting it refreshed for him, it makes sense to you. You're like, okay, maybe that's not common, but it's not uncommon either for that to happen. Like normally they would do that during the day, but for some reason they're moving it at night. Maybe something happened. Maybe there was a lot of damage inside. Maybe the bedding is really messed up, but that's what you say.
Okay.
All right. Mercy. Yeah.
Yes.
Just before Steiner goes on, Bit's there, and she walks over and she sits down next to you and says, I'm here. Took me a while. Sorry. Old legs, old back.
I understand. Thank you for
Oh, I know you do.
about that. My friends don't know.
Oh, girl, please. They're not stupid. I mean, they may not know everything, and neither do I, but I surely know that they must realize that you're something more than just a blind girl.
I mean, they know I'm intelligent. They know I'm incredibly smart. I remember everything I've ever been told, ever. But as
Do
for the
you now?
yes.
Interesting.
But as for the how and the why and the how long, no.
Well, shh. Our secret then.
Hmm.
That you just told everybody.
That's great. Oh shit! I'm talking in the audience.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. No, nobody's paying attention to
No.
me. It's fine. No.
And it's pretty loud. I mean, the
Yeah.
noise is starting to build. Steiner's got about 8 minutes before he's on.
Mm-hmm.
So if you really want to
yeah.
talk to her about scary, dark things, you can probably better to move.
Yeah. Good thinking. Actually, the performance that's about to go on stage,
Oh,
he's a marksman. I did have several questions for you that perhaps aren't best around the. She makes a general gesture, like around the normal people.
very well.
Yes. I would hate for you to miss the performance. Would you be able to speak after, or would you prefer to do that now quickly?
No, I've seen enough gunfire in my time. That doesn't bother me.
Oh.
But I would like some candy floss.
I will. I know the circus like the back of my hand and how it is set up. I will bring you to the candy floss.
Very well. I will help guide you so you don't trip on any of the cords. A lot of them, it's very dark. Surprised you don't have more things out there like that.
Well, thank you. We'll help each other.
Okay.
So we are navigating our way to candy floss. And as we're walking, so one of Yesenia, the dear girl, mentioned that one of our own has gone missing. The dancer. She was in her box. She crawled back into her music box, set piece, and gone. The clowns, other performers became entranced, kept saying the word swallowed, and then she was gone. The words inside the box you stole from me, and I saw a dark, spectral figure, dark looming presence. My companions had the brief thought maybe it's Kiva being upset, but the energy felt wrong. I know it's not the same. Do you have are there any other local legends, things to be wary of?
I mean,
I'm sure there are.
There's dark things. There's people that have been cursed. Things that could happen. I mean, you saw a black shape?
We've encountered it twice. Once in the forest, accused us of theft, which makes no sense. How would we have stolen something from a creature that from an area that we just entered? We haven't been here before.
Or it's been with you. It's traveled maybe with you. It's following someone.
That is true. The item or the creature, why is it choosing to show itself now, though, is beyond me, but I digress. In the forest, it struck fear into Cyrus, the tall man with the hat and the beard. Struck
You could
fear
hide a
into
badger
him.
in that beard.
Quite impressive, I'm told.
Well, it is.
Lovely.
But what are you? So your friend has been. Your friend was taken.
Yes.
This thing has made itself known to you twice, and on the second time, it attacked or took your friend.
Yes, and the first time it felt more bestial, and the second time was more shaped like a man.
Bestial, like
in the forest, like big. I don't want to say dog, but it drooled on me.
Oh.
Like a dog.
She makes a quick sign of. She taps her temple 3 times and then puts the same hand to her mouth 3 times and then taps her chest 3 times. And she says, "That sounds like Black Shuck."
Superstition, what you just did, is that not a name I should be repeating casually?
No, not Black Shuck. If someone's upset that thing, oi, you're gonna have a lot worse than just a missing friend. I can tell you.
Such as?
Oh, there'll be not just missing people. It'll be death. And lots of it.
Hmm.
Shook wants what it wants, and it'll kill to get it. I mean,
Right.
Kiva's caused accidents, but every 18 years. Shook. Once it's awake, once it's been seen. Lots of bad things.
Hmm. It
Oh,
came.
What a
Go ahead.
pretty horse. Max walks past you.
Oh, that's Max.
Oh,
He's the
old.
quite. He's quite the creature. Kleiner, the original ringleader and founder of our circus. That's his horse.
Oh,
Gifted.
interesting. You guys go on, and there's more chatter. It's
Mhm.
all going.
Yeah.
Steiner, you're up. Okay, so the performance starts going. The shots ring out. So the first clown is out there, and Jacob Mosley comes out, and he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tonight you will be delighted and entertained by a gentleman whose precision, whose finesse, whose all-around cadre of power and skill will show you why he is known as the most deadliest marksman on the planet. Give your round of applause for Steiner Broom." And he's like, da da da. And then he kind of backs out off the set of the stage because you need a lot of space, right, to start making these wild shots. So the clowns come out, and they have all this big top music, the standard sounds. And the first one comes running, and he starts running towards the audience, right? And you kind of, I'm sure you hold your breath. And then what do you wait for him to get close, or do you stop him halfway there? What are you thinking? Wait till he's almost in the crowd?
I want just a hair before the crowd, right?
Right.
You got to wake them up, especially that first shot.
First shot. So they're like, huh, and you see people actually starting to like dodge, getting ready to run, and you hear, boom! The shot goes out. And you hear the cling, and he it ejects from his hand, and he's like, everybody's like, "Oh yeah!" And they start clapping, and your show starts going off without a hitch. One is climbing up it's in his teeth. One is going up to the top of the tent by the high wire rack. Now the net's out. So, and he holds it up there, and he kind of sticks his tongue out at you like you can't make the shot, and he starts dancing really quick.
Yep.
And you go ahead and you
make it. Yep. Oh, absolutely. And after I do that one, I want to sort of tip my hat to the audience for that one.
Yeah, that was a good one there. And somebody yells out, "Shame you didn't hit him!" And then everyone's because they clowns. And the clown gets up out of the netting and looks at the guy like, right here. You son of a bitch. So this goes on for for a couple of minutes. And after every time, one of the clowns does a big, trying to get the crowd going and cheering. All this stuff's going crazy. Yesenia, you are lying, in your space, right? And Willie now is kind of watched the men leave, and they go in, and you can hear them. Like, he kind of even peeks in. He makes his way and lifts the tent flap a little bit, looks in, and sure enough, they are clearing out the cage. All that's happening, right? So he's like, whew, and kind of settles down, and he turns around, and as he turns, again, you feel your heart starting to get faster and faster again. Steiner, back to you in the main tent. You're going off on this is the fifth shot. One of them's on a trapeze. He's swinging super fast, and he's like just sitting there holding it, and he's holding it like an inch from his face, trying to make the shot look so damn scary as he's flipping back and forth. So this is another one of those. You go ahead and you hit the shot, boom, knocks it out of his hand. He goes tumbling, right? And then a trapeze artist comes swooping in and catches him at the last second. So it's like, people are going really like, it's just the timing of everything is really intricate. You're making it really, really cool. It's almost time for the sacred shot, right? So this is the last of the clowns, and he is up running along the last. So the ushers had kept the last part of the bleachers, the topmost tier, free, right? and he's running along the bleachers as fast as he can. But there's so many people sitting and all around him, and they're ducking and everything. And he's almost to the end where he'll jump off into a big bale of hay that they've set up for him at the far end of the big top. And you line that shot up, and you hit it, right? And they do it again. Mercy, you hear a shot. Cyrus, you hear the shot very clearly. You hear the crowd go crazy. You kind of counted. 10. Oh, Cyrus must be ready for the bottle drop. He must be ready for the big shot. Yesenia, you feel the heartbeat of Willie pick up. And he standing there in the field behind the geek's tent is Max.
So
he walked past Yesenia through the circus and is now eating grass behind the geek tent.
Bad things.
And my heart's still racing.
It's pounding.
No.
That's
bad.
Mercy, mute.
So
no.
So Willie's going to creep a little closer, but he's going to try to stay close enough to a tent to where he can quickly duck under.
Okay. Around back, there's nothing but Barbaletto, who's lying there. It looks like he's asleep. He's just, they had cinched him up and left him out back, so he's just lying there. Remember, they had made him groggy. It looked all discombobulated.
Okay, so where does Max usually hang out during the circus?
Not far from his cart. They usually have him penned up or what do they call it when they free rein him? They drop his reins onto they kind of just rein him up. So, but Max is an old hat. He'll move around occasionally, but usually stays pretty close to Kleiner's cart.
I'm just going to kind of keep an eye out.
Okay.
And watch him right now.
All right. Yeah, Max is just eating and doing his thing. All right, Steiner, the glasses come down. The bottle hits beautifully, doesn't crack, doesn't break. Chef's kiss.
Absolutely.
Oh, awesome. Describe the last shot for us again.
All right. So for the last shot, I am going to have one of the clowns bring me the blindfold. They're going to tie it around my face. I'm going to keep my hands out to the side with my rifle. I'm going to make sure that it's already preloaded. I'm going to show everybody that I loaded it.
Okay.
And then they're going to turn me around. And then one of them is just going to, he's going to move about, right? He's going to just be wherever he wants to be, and he's going to make it look like I don't know where he is, which I may not. So it's not important. I don't have to have the clowns know how I do this either.
Right.
But just give a little motion on my lucky charm, in my pocket, and then just going to put the rifle over my shoulder. I'm going to be really dramatic, and I'm going to take a really long, deep breath so the entire audience can see it. And when I know that I can hear that he stopped moving, I'll take the shot.
So do you also try to time it with the music? Is the music like starts building, and when the drum stops, you take the shot? That's kind of their signal to you.
Yes.
That he's in position. All right.
Yes.
So tonight, they know how good you are, right? They take a 15, 16-year-old, boy just coming into his later years of adult, his young years of adulthood. And he kind of stands there holding it, and he's trembling, right? And the clowns are laughing, and the community is just eating this up. They are just loving what's going on. And you're sitting there, and the music goes, and you're counting the beats to the music, because normally there's a certain pace to it. But it sounds like they're having a harder time setting it up. Like whatever he's got in mind for you to do, you just have to be patient for a few more seconds longer, right? It's just dragging out this. And people are, and everyone's talking, and then it's like, shh, shh, shh. All the clowns start making the sound of quiet, 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 right? Shh, shh, shh. So you start hearing that. Now the audience gets dead quiet. Nothing is silent. Cyrus, you're waiting. You've heard 11 shots go off. The 12th is the big kicker, and then people are going to be, the next act will come running in after Steinar. Yesenia, you're talking. I'm sorry, not Yesenia. Mercy, you're talking with Bit, and Bit kind of stops in her tracks for a moment, and she said, "Well, I wasn't wrong, was I?" The shot rings out. The drum stops. You hear, boom! The shot goes off. Right? Everyone starts there. And you hear Jacob Mosley comes running in. He's out of breath. He's like, Steiner boom, everyone! Steiner broom! And everyone's clapping and going crazy. And Yesenia, you look over through the eyes of Willie the goat boy, and there is blood pooling under Barbaletto's head. A shot has ricocheted, done something, and or whatever, and has struck Barbaletto, and half of his skull is gone. He's dead. And Willie just starts stepping back, and Max raises his head and looks over. Mercy, Bit holds on to you. Cyrus, something doesn't feel right in the air. You're like, wait a minute. All this happened, but that miraculous shot, either somehow the timing, whatever, something went wrong. And this is a shot that should never miss. But you can see Willie's, like, he's starting to back away, and he's got that, that puppet mobility of, like, trying jerky motion, and he doesn't know what to do, and he just starts running back towards you. He's trying to come back.
So I don't know this is happening, just to be real clear. So I'm going to make sure I finish off my show. I want to have the blindfolds removed. I'll take a large bow, make sure
everybody's super excited.
And make my leave.
Yep, you're out. No problem.
I have...
The crowd goes crazy. Yep. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. As Steiner is wrapping up, as the applause is going, I'm like, Bit, can you please walk me? Where was Max going? Follow the horse. And if she can hand me off to like a circus member, that's fine.
Well, she sees Cyrus coming. He's coming down the midway anyway because he was done. He had already done. I mean, you still you still have a few people hanging around the freak show. Like the Hall of Mirrors and all that shit. That's still going on. But for the most part, Steiner would be exiting at this point. Cyrus comes up and he meets you in Bit there, and she's walking towards the field, towards where the geeks tent is.
So Cyrus meets us. Mercy turns to him. Something terrible has happened. I fear someone has died, and that thing is attacking our performers. Something went wrong. I don't know what.
My dear child, do you know when's this happened? Do you have a feeling, an inkling that I might take you and spirit you to that location so that we may investigate it further?
Well, Max was going this way. And yesterday, before Sophie's disappearance, he stopped in front of the field where she was hiding. A sign of bad things to come. Where's the horse?
You find him. It doesn't take very long. Carnival's spread out a little bit, but it's not like covering, 30 acres. It's not that size of a circus. But you do come upon, you see Max off in the distance under the moonlit. Because remember, I did say that there was a moon this time of the year. So you see him standing in the field not far from Barbaletto's tent where the geek would be kept.
I walk up to Max, being a former cavalryman and having a very strong affinity to horses.
Yep.
And I pet his neck, and I lean into his ear and I say, "Take us, my fond steed. Take us to the place where the evil has beheld us."
He just turns his head and looks back. There on the ground about 30 yards away is Barbaletto, all cinched up as if they were trying to keep him under control. And there's blood all over the ground. It's already starting to soak into the earth a little bit. But he got hit with a good sized caliber round.
Okay. He hastily pats him on the neck, takes something out of his pocket, and gives it to the horse to eat, and then heads over. And my dear child, it appears our freak has died. Barbaletto has been has been attacked in some fashion. Let us hasten to his side.
How?
I shall endeavor to find out.
Yeah, it doesn't take long to see the bullet hole is in the front is fine. The back is, where the bullet's splintered and damaged.
He takes her shoulders in his hands and says towards her face in the soft voices, he has been shot, and I believe gravely. He has not survived.
Yesenia, Willie gets back to you with the safety of where you are, and you kind of can come out. You're coming out of it.
That's unsettling.
Kind of what happens.
Good. Awesome.
I'm gonna stuff Willie, down in my pocket, and I am crawling as fast as I can out to go back to Barbaletto's body.
Yeah, you come upon Steinar not far from the exit where you normally would come out. He had the big bows. He did an encore, kind of thing where he did an encore bow, a final bow. He came, Mosley, gets introduced to the next act as he walked out. Steinar was congratulating the clowns. Everybody, great shot. Good job. Nice. And you come running in. You're just running past him down the, one of the alleyways between the tents.
Yeah. I'm going to grab Steinar by the arm, and I am practically dragging him. We gotta go. We gotta go now. You have to get out of here. You have to get out of here.
Why? What's wrong?
Now. Follow me. Follow me.
Okay.
The clowns are watching, is everything okay? Is everything okay, Miss Papa?
We're fine. We're fine. I'm pushing. Yeah. I trust her, her instinct for being weird or something unusual has happened. So.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't like that she's weird, but I like it now.
Right.
Nice.
I trust in her weirdness. Yeah. So
in weirdness, we trust.
You clear the one alleyway, you make a right-hand turn, you go down another 2 or 3, and there you can see Max off in the distance, and you also see Cyrus and Mercy, and the old woman you believe is Bit, all back behind the Geeks tent. And as you guys make your way up to the front, Cyrus is looking up, and you can immediately tell Steinar he's been hit. Barbaletto was hit in the head by a shot.
He has been hit gravely in the head. Perhaps we should back away lest he rise again. I am not sure should he come back from the dead.
No. I need to look. I'm bending down. I need to at least do my level best to determine the caliber of bullet that hit him.
Okay, go ahead and give me a roll. We're going to do it off of. We'll use your. Well, you know what? Use your range combat, your precision, because you're so good with your guns.
Yeah.
You go ahead and use your ranged combat precision, your range combat. I'm sorry, and your precision, and give me a total.
Absolutely. 1, 2 successes.
Ooh.
On a cursory look from the front, it's definitely in your range. It's in that caliber size.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to back away and is there anywhere I can, I don't know, hide in the shadows somewhere?
Is there anywhere I can get out of town? Max, you giving rides? Are we good? We going?
We good?
Yeah, your friends can secret you somewhere away quickly. The body is going to, it's not going to be long till they come out and find him. They're cleaning his tent right now and they're washing it out, but you've seen it. You're estimating it's only moments before they start looking, somebody's going to stumble back here. This is a busy for the carnies themselves going around the outside back of the carnivals, how they move around a lot. Plus the feeding tent is not far from here, not his feeding tent, like the regular chow line and the wagon that does all the cooking. So you got all that stuff going on in this area. So you're going to either have to, here's the choice. You either remove Barbaletto, but you're not going to be able to get the blood cleaned up, but you move him quickly and hope nobody notices, or you get Steinar to safety. You really have to make one of those two decisions as a team, what you want to do, because you got to either get him out and hide him, or you got to get rid of the body as quickly as possible.
Steiner, I believe you must leave this scene. It does not look good for your case.
I believe you're right, friend. So yeah, let's. I've done this before. So best place to go right now. Anywhere but here. So let's head on down the road. I know I can hide at that farm, the Briggs farm.
There you
right?
go, the Briggs farm. Yeah, and you're really familiar with the whole the
woods.
barn and the
Mhm.
upstairs because you guys have seen that.
Yep.
So yeah, you can make your way there. Okay, so this is the one that's going to be kind of important. I'm going to need you to make a stealth and precision roll as you're making your way out. As long as you make the roll, a decent roll, that means that nobody came out and saw the body, and you fleeing.
Yep.
You have the time enough to get away.
Got it. All right.
What's your stealth roll? How many dice?
It's going to be 5. Just my.
There you
precision.
go. All right.
Come on.
1.
All right. So 1 means that you're tracking out, you're moving fast. But there's no time for the team to do anything with the body. So you do get away.
Okay.
All right. You're fleeing. But then you hear, what the? Mr. Mosley! Mr. Mosley, oh my God, what's going on? Jacob! And the people are just starting to yell. The carnies are like, oh, what happened? Poor Barbaletto. And that's where we'll leave it for tonight. With Steiner running away towards the barn, towards town, back towards the Briggs farm, alone in the darkness, his gun in his hand, running, and the rest of the team standing not far from Barbaletto's body as it's discovered with this bullet hole that looks very similar to his style and caliber in the front, and a good half of his pan missing out the back. And that's what we'll call it. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us again on Kleiner's Kravenarium. Cravens, don't forget, we're out here doing this for you, and we really appreciate you guys. We love you all so much for watching us. We can't tell you how much it means to us. But if you can do anything as far as helping the show and keeping us going, we love that even more. So it's just as important to us for both. So I want to say thank you to my cast. As always, this is their names. This is who they are. They're really amazing people. You can also find Benny and Chris with Lurking Fears coming up at PAX. This video probably will air just after PAX. So look for them next year at 14 different conventions. I'm not sure Benny and Chris are doing all of them, but
Probably.
Lurking Fears is going to be at a ton of different conventions next year. We'll talk more about that next time. But from all of us here at the Bardic College, I want to say I'm Raz. Thank you, team, for playing, and we'll see everybody next time. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Like, share, and subscribe, and hit that button. Hit the button, like, share, subscribe. Thanks.